What I'm using here is called Rainey's Float Foam. It's tied cylindrical. You can see that. Okay. What I'm doing is I'm clipping off a section. Clip off a section about like that. All right. I come up here. Tie it in with a couple of wraps this way. Pull it tight. Come around this way. Couple wraps. Pull it tight. Okay.
Those are the eyes, huh?
These are the eyes. Okay.
Mitch, the rabbit will make it heavy, right? Though.
The rabbit will make it heavier, right?
Is there a synthetic replacement for that?
No. What I'm doing here is I'm taking a half piece of light olive crystal flash, and I'm cutting it in half, and then I'm going to tie it in this way, right here. I have some short pieces, so I'm going to pull those out right now. And I have one long piece right here. I'm going to clip it out. All right. I'm going to tie it in approximately midway. Tie it approximately midway at the half shank portion, and I'm going to have it sticking off. I'm going to wrap it all the way down to where it starts to bend, like that. Okay. Then I'm going to take the second half, and I'm going to come all the way over, trap it on top.
Can you get a taper,
And
right?
tie it down. No, I'm not trying to make it a taper. All I'm trying to do is imitate the tail fin and the bottom half of the pond smelt. Okay.
And the reason he folded it back so it doesn't pull out. He does the folding, otherwise a strong probability of that stuff being slippery.
Okay.
Pull out.
Now I want to make a body, and I'm using ice dub. And if you look at this ice dub, you'll see that it's got silver in there. That's making it more flashy. I have some UV ice dub that gives some reflection, but it's not as shiny as the other stuff. I don't want to use this stuff because I actually put it under the water and it actually disappears. You don't actually see this. It doesn't have any flash to it at all. So I'm using this ice dub, plain ice dub, pearl, because it has the flash material in there. I'm also using this material, which is like a chenille, okay? And it's also got flashy stuff in it. So I want this thing to be as flashy as possible to be more attractive to the fish. I use, there's some other stuff here. Let's see, where's it? I thought I put it in this same package. Ah, there it is. Estaz opal. You see, there's the two different kinds of this cactus chenille. One is just plain opal, but I use that, and that disappears. This has, you'll see flecks in it. You'll see it's got reflection stuff in there. Use everything that has the most amount of reflection in it. And I'm only using this to build up the body. Okay? You see that? See how shiny that is? I put that together with a piece of this.
How big are the ponds now?
Anywhere early in the year, they're only about half an inch to an inch long. And if you fish Butte Valley early in the year, the very small pond smelt are there in big numbers. You can see them. They're washed up on the shore. Okay. In the fall is when you really want to fish for them, because that's when the big browns come out, and they're hitting all of these. They're hitting all of these things. Like last year before last, I went out to fish the pond smelt, and I ended up catching a rainbow that was about 26 inches. And there's plenty of fish out there because several of us did catch those pond smelt. I mean those rainbows in about 24 to 26 inches. Okay. So what I'm doing here is I'll take these two shiny pieces together. You'll see those different ones, and I'll twist them together just to make a bulky body. Because if you look at the pictures of the pond smelt, you'll see that the belly section is bright and shiny, kind of like the side of a rainbow trout. But just behind where the belly is, it turns like a clear, almost. You can see through it. So what I'm doing here is I'm just building up the body. I'm just building up the belly section. And I want to come up under and tie it off right in front of the eyes. Okay. Now I do the same thing that I did for the mohawk with the rabbit strip. Take a rabbit strip, tie it in right in front of the eyes. And then whip finish it. That's the reason I put these two flies together originally, because it's tied almost like the mohawk.
Similar techniques.
Similar techniques, yep. And then I'll take this.
Is this the same one that Ed uses?
No. Very different from the one Ed uses.
So the mohawk doesn't
The one that Ed uses is it's like a work of art. I mean, it's like a piece of art. Thing looks just like a minnow. And it swims it floats just like a dead minnow, and it flashes just like dead minnow, and it's very deadly. We've been catching a lot of fish on it, but there's just some times when it won't work, and the one time it won't work is when I'm fishing it down on the bottom. Okay? I bring the rabbit strip fur over the top again, and I'll split it right where it goes over. Wet it. Tie it off here.
That's near the point, right? Of the hook?
Barb, right?
I got the key.
We should have it at Asbrew.
Blame him.
I like that location.
You like the Dosboro?
Yeah.
It's too noisy though.
That's okay.
Okay,
I liked it too, but
this is tied off. And I'm going to add one extra step, and I'm going to start the thread at the head again. And I'm going to do the dubbing loop trick again. Okay, and you can see I've got it split. Pop that in there. You can see it a little bit better on this one. You can see
What are
it.
you doing, Mitch?
I'm putting dubbing in between a dubbing loop.
yeah, that's that ice dub,
Yeah,
the regular ice dub, not the UV.
just a regular ice dub with the shiny stuff on it, okay?
And he's making a dubbing loop.
Yep. Spin it,
Head.
okay? And then, oops, left that on there, didn't I? Okay, now what I want to do is I want this to come out to the edge. And I have a dubbing teaser right here. Just a little, it's just a little clothespin end with Velcro taped to the end of it, okay? So what I want to do is I want to make a wrap, and then I want to comb it. I want to comb it backwards.
So you're putting the sparkle in the head?
So I'm putting the sparkle through the head,
Yeah.
okay?
It looks like that thing's ready for Hollywood, all that sparkle.
That's what I want. If that guy's right and the flash attracts the fish,
Mitch is ready.
yep, I want it to be flashy. Crowded the eye a little bit. And then tie it off right there. Now it's not going to hurt to put some head cement on all of these start and stops there, because those are places where the flies can actually come apart. But now what you'll see is the fly is finished, but you'll see that it doesn't have the finished eyes on it, right? Let's see, where is that? Oh, there it is. See the difference? It has a finished eye on this one.
Yeah.
The way I do that,
The marking?
acrylic paint. You can get this acrylic paint anywhere, at Ace Hardware, Home Depot, all of these different places. And what I do is I'll take a drop of it. Oops, take a drop of it, pop it down. Take a drop of this one.
Blue and yellow?
Black and yellow.
Black and yellow. Okay.
Put drops of it on a piece of polyethylene or something that it won't stick to. And then you take a little tool like this, okay? And what I have here,
The eyes, right? Yeah.
yep, you make a little tool like this. This is the back end of one of my epoxy brushes that I use to make a rod with, and I just cut it up. All right, and what you'll see, where the heck are they now? All those little pieces. Oh, there they are. You'll see all of these little pieces are just demonstrations of what I did. You'll see one here that doesn't have anything on it. See that? Oh, that one has yellow on it. But the way I get the yellow on there is I take the large end, dip it in the yellow, and just put a yellow eye, okay? And I let it dry. Ooh, Kleenex.
You gotta wipe it off.
Yeah.
Otherwise you get it all over
Otherwise I
your
get
hand.
it all over my hand.
So
Yeah.
they do have yellow eyes on the ponds now?
No, it just makes it stand out from the fish. Okay, then you take one that has that you let it dry. You let it dry. You let the pupil dry on there, or you let the iris dry, and then you take the small end and you put a little dot on there for the eyeball itself. Okay. So what I do is I do both sides, let it dry, come back with the black later, and then put it on. And that's it.
You don't put it in the